World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I am your host, Steph Vicente. It was confirmed by the BBC that former British Prime Minister Tony Blair has joined a White House meeting with United States President Donald Trump to discuss plans for post-war Gaza. U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East and Special Envoy for Peace Missions Steve Witkoff has said the U.S. is putting together a very comprehensive plan on the next day after the war. It is noted that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also met his Israeli counterpart Gideon Saar in Washington. When asked by reporters what the plan was for a Palestinian state, Saar said there would not be any. The meetings come after the Israeli military warned Palestinians that the evacuation of Gaza City was inevitable as its forces prepare to conquer it. In other news overseas, Danish Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen has summoned the top United States diplomat in Copenhagen after receiving reports that American citizens have been conducting covert operations in Greenland. The BBC reported that Denmark's public broadcaster DR quoted sources as saying the aim was to infiltrate Greenland society and promote its succession from Denmark to the US. It is noted that Danish intelligence warned Greenland was being targeted by various kinds of influence campaigns. Rasmussen has stressed that any attempt to interfere in the internal affairs of the Kingdom of Denmark will be unacceptable, with the US Chargé d'Affaires being summoned on the matter. It could be recalled that US President Donald Trump has said several times he wants to annex Greenland, a semi-autonomous part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and Vice President J.D. Vance has accused Copenhagen of underinvesting in the territory. And finally, South Korea has passed a bill banning the use of mobile phones and smart devices during class hours in schools, becoming the latest country to restrict phone use among children and teens. The BBC reported that the law will come into effect from the next school year in March of the year 2026. It is noted that stakeholders argue that smartphone use is affecting students' academic performance and takes away time they could have spent studying. The bill passed on Wednesday afternoon with 115 votes in favor out of 163 members present. Most South Korean schools have already implemented some form of a smartphone ban. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.